The story of Arjun and the mountain. Once upon a time, in a small village at the edge of a vast mountain range, there lived a boy named Arjun. He was a curious and ambitious student, always dreaming of becoming a great engineer, but his family was poor. His father was a farmer who worked day and night just to earn enough for food and books. Every morning, Arjun would walk 10 kilometers to school, barefoot, with his old torn bag and a handful of pencils he had to make last for the entire term. But despite all the challenges, he never missed a day. His eyes shone with determination. One day, while sitting under a tree, Arjun's teacher said, "Success, my dear students, is like climbing a mountain. The higher you go, the tougher it gets. But the view from the top is worth it." Arjun took those words to heart. He decided he would climb his own mountain to reach the top of his dreams. The climb begins. When Arjun reached high school, he started facing new challenges. His classmates came from wealthy families. They had new books, laptops, and tutors. Arjun had only candlelight at night and a second-hand textbook. Some days he felt small and defeated. Once a friend mocked him, saying, "You think you can compete with us? You don't even have proper shoes." That night, Arjun looked at his worn-out sandals and whispered to himself, "Maybe I don't have shoes, but I do have feet that will keep walking." From that day, he studied harder than ever. He would wake up before sunrise, help his father in the field, and then study until late at night. His motivation came from a belief that every small step was taking him closer to his dream. The storm. The final exams arrived, the most important in his life. If he did well, he could get a scholarship for college. But just a week before the exams, tragedy struck. His father fell seriously ill. The entire family's savings were spent on medicine. Arjun was heartbroken and torn between caring for his father and preparing for his future. One night, his father called him close and said weakly, "Son, I may not see you become great, but I know you will. Don't let our struggles stop you. Let them shape you." With tears in his eyes, Arjun promised to study harder than ever before. The summit. The exams came and went. Months later, the results were announced. Arjun had not only passed, he had topped the entire district. He received a full scholarship to study engineering at one of the best colleges in the country. Years later, after much hard work, Arjun returned to his village, not as a poor farmer's son, but as a successful engineer who built bridges, roads, and schools for children who walked the same dusty paths he once did. When people asked him how he succeeded, he smiled and said, "I didn't climb the mountain because I was strong. I climbed it because I refused to give up." Moral of the story. Success doesn't depend on where you start, but on how much you're willing to fight for your dream. Your struggles are not your weaknesses. They are your training ground. Every great story begins with a small step and continues with consistency, belief, and patience. Would you like me to adapt this story for a motivational speech, e.g., for a school assembly or event? I can rewrite it in a more speech-like format with dramatic pauses and emotions.